In this book, every chapter ends with a section called Selling You. Essentially, you are learning how you can use those concepts for selling a product or a service or an idea in the context of your professional development, especially at the time of interviews. You are a student right now and you will be seeking a job, or you will be trying to apply for some type, starting your own company, or apply for some kind of loan or something. And each and every time you have to ask yourself, how can I market myself better? Okay. And that is what they call in the book the power of your personal brand. So please write it down. The power of your, so that's very important, your personal brand. Okay. Now I have given a link to a bunch of job tips where you can hear from employers on what do they consider as important when it comes to job interviews, what qualities are they looking for, like that. So please click on that. It will open up a YouTube playlist and you can watch some of them, some of those videos. As I said, branding yourself is very, very important, and that is where I would like you to think of what are the things that will make you so distinguished from all other students. Now, let me give you a thing that happened often in my career here in Ohio State University. Whenever the students come on, whenever they write a resume, they will say, I am a hard worker, I am a sincere caretaker, I will get the things done, and I have a lot of FFA knowledge, like farming knowledge, or I have forage experience. Now, every student writes the same thing over and over again. I am like, okay, here is a new student. What makes them so different from all others? Where have they worked? Oftentimes you would have worked in say like a farm and like in a farm, whereas somebody else might have worked in a different type of retail settings, or somewhere somebody might have even run a retail store as part of their management or business experience. Now I'm looking for those small things that essentially distinguish people from each other. Okay, so you have to ask yourself, what makes me so unique? And that is where I would encourage you to consider taking various types of assessment surveys, skills inventory questionnaires, and personality tests. In fact, there is one particular thing called a book called Reinventing You by an author, very famous author called Dorie Clark. And you can see some of her suggestions and self-assessment questionnaires in this particular link. So you just have to click on this link and it opens up your professional reinvention self-assessment. So who are you? What makes you so unique? And for that, she has given a whole series of questions. What are your greatest strengths? What are your greatest weaknesses? Knowing what your weaknesses are is also your strength. What are your most marketable skills? So maybe you should take some time to write a few words here and keep revising it. This is not like one time done, oh, it's my class homework, so I am done with it, so I don't have to come back to this again. Not like that at all. This has a lot of value for you, and you have to keep that repeated. You have to revisit this on a regular basis. And as you can see here, there are lots of questions that you can learn from. So that's one important thing. Okay, so I encourage you to do that. So by doing these kind of surveys, questionnaires, and personality tests that we are talking about, you will learn who you are. And you can also write a personal mission statement. What do you want to accomplish? Where do you see yourself 5 to 10 years down the road? Students come for advising meetings. Prospective high school students come and meet with me, and I will always ask them, what do you want to do 5 or 10 years from now? Why? Because I want to know whether our program is the right fit for them or not. So I'm selling our business program to the student, and I want to make sure that it fits their personal mission, whether they are going towards the right thing and how our program can be the right one. And in case if it is not the right one, that's perfectly fine. For instance, there was one student who came, they wanted to do a business degree, not necessarily agribusiness degree. And as we were talking about it, I really personalized it for them, okay, to say how our program can fit with them, but then they want to get into sports business. Now, agriculture is different from sports, as you can see, but still I was able to make them the connection. Hey, you know what? When you come here, you will make a lot of contacts. You will learn something about how to process food ingredients. Now you will be able to process that ingredients and make us some kind of a nutrition bar, and you can sell it to the sports people. And that is how I made the connection from agriculture, food processing into, say, sports. So you have to make sure that you know what you want to accomplish in your personal life, and that is your personal mission statement. And also you have to identify your personal brand, as we wrote here, right? So what is your personal brand? Identify 3 key strengths. Okay, what makes you so unique? So you need to know what they are that define your personal brand, and become platform on which to showcase your skills and experience. So what can they be? They could include, say, knowledge and skills that you have acquired as part of your college education, or it could be your academic achievements. Okay, hey, you know what, I am in this program. As part of this program, we did this particular project, and that makes me so unique. Otherwise, sales or other work experiences. So all of them, okay, experiences, knowledge, academic achievements, all of them can serve as your personal brand. So you have to ask yourself seriously how you can use this for your personal branding purposes. Okay, and here is one table where you can write a few words about what are your sales experiences, whether you have project management experience, whether you have leadership experience. If you don't have, oh, you know what, you cannot simply say none. Instead, you should say, oh, you know what, I am going to join a particular group, such as, say, Beef Club in, wherever you are studying, in ATI, let's say, or maybe some kind of a lawn management student club, or some kind of agribusiness student club. And that way you can not write none down the road, but you can write something. Oh, I was the president of so such and such organization, like that. So management, negotiating experience. Maybe you were working on the floor in a retail shop and you have helped them sell more goods. So all of those little things will gradually add up. Now, work ethic and commitment, that's very important, but you have to show them evidence, not simply say I am the hardest worker. I have seen almost every student that have submitted resumes to me, they say they are the hard worker, but I would like to know a little more than that. Entrepreneurial experience, maybe you have a small goat farm in your facility and you can talk about that. That also is a personal brand. It brings personal stories. Now, if the interviewer kind of gets excited with the goats, they can ask a lot about goats and lambs and sheep and small ruminants, and that way you control the entire conversation, not the interviewer, right? So there are various ways how you can tell who you are, what makes you so unique. Customer service experience, academic achievement, we already talked about that. Or you become the subject matter expert. Let's say you are raising beef and you have been working with Angus beef, let's say, certified Angus beef here in Worcester, Ohio. And if you're an expert in that, you have to really let them know that you are an expert in raising that particular cattle, that type of breed of cattle, that type of animals and things like that. Or if you have international exposure. For instance, I am originally from India, and I pay a close attention to what's happening in the Indian subcontinent. I also pay attention to their, say, the political developments, the geopolitical issues, and then the business environment and things like that. So you have to know what makes you so unique. In my case, it's India and the international exposure, and there are also other faculty members in ATI that also have international exposure, but in my case, it's rather different. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say here. So anyways, so these are all the things that you can do so that you can become more effective when it comes to finding who you are as a personal brand. Okay, and there are also some other links that are given here. novoresume.com. You will be submitting an resume as one of the homework assignments, where you can probably go to this website and use some of their templates for making use of to develop a very good resume format. And there are also some other resume tips that you can get from this particular one. So let's click on that and you can see all these things. And as you can see here, when you are writing a resume, this particular thing, how to make this go away, I don't know. This particular thing is essentially tells you that, okay, where the people's attention goes. So when you submit a resume, they are not going to pay a lot of attention to everything that you have got to say, and there are lots of words, right? So only this one I'm able to show. As you can see here, the interview resume reader, the company, wherever the spots are red, that is where their attention goes. Wherever the spots are yellow, maybe a little bit of attention, and there is a lot of blue color, so they spend some time reading the words that are written there. But you can also see here on the side that there is a lot of white spaces. So if white spaces means the interviewer or the person who is looking into the resume is not looking at that at all. That's the whole idea. Okay, I have to make this go away. Maybe I will learn and I will do that for the next video clip. Okay, see you soon.